Welcome to e-Semplice Hub. We want to try to solve some intervals question in grade 3. The question says here, after each of these notes, write a higher note to form the named melodic interval. If you look at that question, I highlighted higher note and melodic. So please pay attention to those two requirements. Now, the lower notes are actually given. Remember, when you are working, if you have studied your intervals well, you will know that there are actually two forms of intervals, two types. There's the harmonic interval and there's the melodic interval. And the outlook of these two forms are different. But here we are asked to write the melodic form of these intervals. So please watch out that you don't mix it up. Now, how do we resolve this? Remember, every interval has a number and a quality. Now, from the questions we are given, perfect is the quality, but octave is the number. Major is the quality, second is the number, major is the quality, sixth is the number. So intervals come with numbers and quality. The first thing you do is write out the numbers first. That is, write out octave here, write out second, sixth, and fourth, before we will now come to consider the quality. Now, the numbers are counted on the stage, but when counting, ensure you don't miss any line or space, because if you do, you are going to end at a wrong spot. Now we are looking at octave here. Octave is simply the 8th note. So include the note given. So we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that brings us to this space. Remember, if you put your note here, you are going to be writing a harmonic form, but the melodic form is it must be diagonal, and you are writing the note above higher note. So I'm going to put my note here because that's where the octave lands me. Now, here we have to count a second from this note. This is 1, 2. It is melodic, so diagonal. Here, sixth. We are counting 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my note is going to be here. That's a 6th interval. And then here, 4th. From this note, count 4th. You are going to be working with ledger lines. So it's better you just put them there. So you are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th interval is going to be up there. Now, we have written out the numbers of our intervals. We want to now consider the quality of the intervals. You cannot determine the quality of an interval if you do not sketch the keyboard. That's the way out, is sketching the keyboard, because on the keyboard you'll be able to see. Remember, quality means the number of semitones. And you can only see semitones and tones clearly on the keyboard. So let's go and sketch it together. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. I can stop there. So put my black keys on the keyboard. Remember, between E and F, no black key. Between B and C, no black key. E and F again. I can even add a B here and put a flat for B. Now I have my keyboard. Read your first note. Remember, the question you are given has a key signature. If you read your note, leaving out the key signature accidentals, you are going to be wrong. So read your note correctly. The note given is A flat. You mark A flat. I would like to mark this A flat here. Mark A flat on your keyboard. Then How many semitones make a perfect 8? If you have studied your intervals well, the answer is that 12 semitones will make a perfect octave. Now, this is your lower note. So you are going to count 12 semitones here on the keyboard. Now, look at how I'm counting. My finger is on A flat. Now, I start counting 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is where it lands me. Now, remember, the note where it lands me is G sharp or A flat. If you take G sharp, you are wrong. Because your note is already on A, you go for A flat. And now look at where your note is. There is a flat already. So you are not going to add any accidental to it. Now we are done with that. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one, which is this. We have already put our second interval there, the number. Now we need to check the major. Read your note here. Now remember, if you lose sight of the clef, you will be reading your note wrongly. Now this is A flat. Remember, there is a flat on A in the key signature. So we are still having A flat. And from A flat, now you are going to count the quality of your interval. A major second has 2 semitones. A major second has 2 semitones. So from A flat, you are going to count to, you have 1, 2. See where it ends up here. It ends up on A sharp or B flat. But where is our note here? Our note is on B. So that means we are going for B flat. Now, I don't need to add any flat to it because there is a flat on B. So my B flat, I don't need to add any accidental to it. Now we move to the third one. Let's read our note is bass clef and our note is still A flat. A flat now, we are working with a major sixth. A major sixth has 9 semitones. A major sixth has 9 semitones. Now, if you don't know how I'm arriving at this number of semitones for these qualities, it is better you go back and study intervals again. In fact, practice sketching out the table correctly so that you will be able to arm yourself with the correct tips. Now, a major sixth has 9 semitones. So from A flat, we are going to count 9. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it ends us on F. Now let's go back. Where is our note? Our note is on F. So we are adding nothing to it because it's a natural note. F is not in the key signature, so it's a natural note. So that's correct. Then we go to the last one. Our note here is, remember, the clef has changed. Now treble clef. So we have here A flat. We are still on A flat. And now a perfect fourth from your intervals table should have 5 semitones. A perfect fourth has 5 semitones. So from A flat, count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it ends us here. Where is our note? Our note is on D. So it means our answer is D flat. You are not adding any accidental because there is a flat on D in the key signature. So this is how to solve intervals if it comes in this format. It can come in other formats. Possibly I'll do videos on it again on other formats. So all you need to do to follow on these intervals solving, then subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. So whenever I post another question and answer on intervals, you'll be notified. So this is how to solve intervals if it comes in this format. Now, check out all the intervals. They are all melodic and all the notes are higher than the notes we were given. So I've obeyed higher notes and my intervals are all melodic.